Chatting Tracks. Let's talk music.
Hi, it's Wayne from Chatting Tracks. Let's talk music. Let's talk music indeed. How you doing? You doing all right? I've just been on holiday. I've come back and there's a box set sitting there waiting for me. It's the John Lennon Mind Games box set, as you know from the cover. There we go. And I just thought we'd go through it a little bit. I know there's some people out there that spoke about it already, but I've just got my copy and I just wanted to talk about it. So obviously I was excited about this one coming out and I just couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And like I say, I've been away, ordered it, and had to wait till got back to have a look. A lot of people that are more established channels than I've got early copies, and they've been through it quite a bit. But I just want to do my thoughts on it and let you know what I think of the actual album itself. So this came through. It looks a lot like the original cover. It's absolutely wonderful quality, really, really good. The inside's amazing. On the inside, it's got a wonderful picture of John Lennon at the record plant. Hang on, how am I doing that? There we go. There we go. There's a lovely John and Yoko picture there. And also they put the pictures of the tape boxes there as well with all the tracks on it, which is really, really wonderful as well. I mean, it's a great little box set that's come out. There's obviously two that are available. There's this one, which was $47.99, which is what I've got with some bits, which we'll go through in a minute. And obviously there's the deluxe box set as well, which is this one. I'll show you. Now this one is £1,300 to get your hands on this one, and it's like the ultimate kit with lots of stuff in it, and we'll go through why that's expensive in a minute and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, when I got it through, I was really impressed with it. I think it's really, really nice. Is it my favorite John Lennon album? Not necessarily, but I like what they've done with this. I think they've done a great job with it. So let's go through some of it. I'll be leaning around, so just forgive me for a sec. Okay, so you got the Mind Games vinyl itself, which I think is on a UK label, not an American one. So you got that. It's 108 grams. Sounds fantastic, as it would do. There you go. Really, really wonderful. Lovely and weighty. And we'll go through the sound of that in a minute as well. So actually, let's do it now. See, I was going to do a video on this album, and I thought, you know what? I've not actually done a live stream just by myself, or I haven't done a live stream for a long time just talking about vinyls. So I thought I won't make a video. I'll just sit and talk about it now. Why not? Anyway, so the sound of the album, I really like the sound of this. I've noticed there's been other influencers and music channels that have got a copy and they've been talking about it, and they're saying there's a lot of surface noise, a lot of scratching and a lot of warping on that. I didn't get this on mine at all, the warping, but apparently it's the surface noise is quite predominant on a lot of those other copies. I didn't get that, but let me show you why I don't think I'm getting that. So a lot of people that I see on these other review channels have got really expensive record players and they've got amazing setups. I don't have that. I really don't. Although I've got lots of records and I'm a music lover and a record collector, I don't actually go for the high-end systems. So this is my system here. As you can see, it's just a little all-in-one. It's got a tape player in it, which I still use. It's got a CD player and it's got a vinyl player in there as well. So, you know, for me, when I put the record on and played it, it sounded really lovely and clear. And it's like John Lennon's vocals are really reaching through. The drums and the bass sound really lovely. And I literally used the onboard speaker, which is just the two black parts there on the side of it. So, I just played it through that. But the sound quality still for those two things from a sort of, old sounding record was phenomenal. It sounded brilliant. I think Sean's mixed them, Sean I know, and the actual qualities of the records to me sound fantastic. So, I'm not going to complain about it because I think they sound great. I think maybe if you do invest a lot of money and you have got a high-end stereo that picks up on, noise, you are going to get that problem. But I didn't get it at all. And I I don't mind a little bit of high-end noise, a little bit of scratch, all this sort of stuff everywhere. These sorts of things don't bother me. But for me, the sound is great, but I know people have problems. If you've got a copy of this album, let me know in the comments. Did you get a load of noise from it? Do you not get a load of noise? Does it sound great? Does it not sound great? I'd love to know your opinion on it. But my vinyl copy sounds absolutely fantastic. And I really think it's great. I love the quality that they've done with it. I think the mixing is fantastic. Like I say, listen on a low-end stereo, you can tell whether they've pushed bits up and pulled bits down. But to me, the mix is absolutely level. It's fantastic. So like I said, the set was $47.99 to buy. It cost me $47.99, and you get the two vinyls. So on my one, I got two the ultimate mixes, which is the mix of the original album. An outtake vinyl. So this is outtakes from the singles and stuff like that. Two LPs, a poster, two postcards, and an 8-page booklet. So that's what I got in mine. $47.99. Was it worth that money? Well, when you look at the big box set, this one here, the £1,300 one, you get all sorts of stuff in it. So you get like the vinyls, you get the same vinyls I get, but you still get the Evolutionary mixes, they're called. And what it is they take the demo of the song from the start to the finish, and then the start, middle, and end, and you basically hear the song evolving as it goes on. So it goes through the track, and I think they're wonderful mixes. On this album, it doesn't have any of those. It's studio outtakes, and it's the lesser of two evils, because sometimes you want to hear the studio outtakes just as well as the evolution of the original demo. So I went on holiday, as I mentioned earlier, and I took Queen's back catalogue with me on Spotify. And what I did is I basically listened through their albums again, because I'm a huge Queen fan. I thought I've not actually played the albums in order in a long time. So I sat there and went through them all. And it was one of those things where I ended up listening to the studio outtakes parts. Oh, I've just disappeared. 1 second. Where am I? Hang on. 1 second. There I am. Sorry about that. It is live after all, so it's live. And I'm not going to cut it out. I'm going to keep it in. Anyway, yeah, so I went on holiday and I took the Queen catalogue with me. And I found I was listening more to the extras on those with the studio outtakes than the original tracks. And so it's a lesser of two evils. Sometimes you want to hear the studio outtakes, and sometimes you want the evolution mixes. I'd like to have had a mix of both on these. But then again, am I just being greedy because I'm only paying for the basic set of this album? But on the huge one there, you get like a map of John Lennon's face and Yoko, and it maps out Tokyo and Liverpool and the places where they've been and stuff like that. And then it's got extra bits and bobs and a blue light, which we'll get onto in a minute. But money wise, $47.99 is quite a lot for a double box set. There's a lot of bits in here which we'll go through in a second, but it's still quite a bit of money. But $1,300 too much money? Let me know in the comments if you think that's too much money. I personally wouldn't pay it, even though I'm a huge Lennon fan. To me, that's too much money. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice box set. Let's go through some of the stuff and we'll have a look at this, and then I'll explain about something else in a moment. So this is the pamphlet, which is in the first record. That's John Lennon's travel case there. I just love it when they do these personalized things. It just makes the box set a little bit more. It just brings it in home a little bit more. There's a picture of John and the pig. And there's the folder, and there's some handwritten text on this side, which is lovely. On the back part, we've got a lovely big picture here, and I'll come back to this picture in a moment because there's something going on with that, and I'll tell you in a second. And then after that, you've got Build Around It, John Lennon 68, and also the box, Danger Box. I went to Yoko Ono's exhibition recently in the Tate Modern, I think it was, and she had the original copy of that there, which was quite nice, and lots of original artwork, including the ladder. When John said, "Oh, if you can nail in an imaginary farthing or something, a nail," and she says, "Oh, I'll give you imaginary farthing." That nail and the thing was there, so the actual item that they met was there, which was really, really sort of, oh wow, that's the thing, that's the artwork that why John met Yoko, good or bad, that's what happened why they did that. Now, I want to talk to you about that picture that I was mentioning there. Oh, sorry about that. So, all through this box set and the huge box set as well, they've done an amazing thing. So this one here, for argument's sake, let's take this one here. If you got yourself a blue light, what would happen is you can shine it on different parts of the box set and different parts show up. So I'm going to show you one of them. This is in the box set that I don't have. This is the huge box set, the map, like I was saying, of Liverpool, New York. And you shine a blue light on it and it shows different bits of artwork and different phrases and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a treasure hunt within the vinyl. You go around and you look for different stuff like that. And that big picture was definitely one of those. And there's one on this cover as well. And it's all over this vinyl. It is called Mind Games after all. But they've actually done a huge set of you trace it around, and it ties into something else in a minute. Anyway, also we've got some wonderful postcards there. Mind Games by John Lennon, which is great. That really freaks me out, that Yoko John Lennon head picture every time. And then you've got another one there with Yoko as well. Let me see that there. Right, okay, so I'm just going to move some stuff. Give me 1 second. It's all live, you can see the joins. I'll let you do all that sort of stuff. Okay, so this is the second LP that comes with it, with a lovely picture of John. Look at this. This is great. I love this picture. And just really simple. So it's lovely because the first cover is white, like that, and then the second one is black. And it's got a different sleeve in it. It doesn't have the Apple logo on it at all. See my setup there. Yeah, so you got a bit of that going on as well, which is really nice. And also you get this wonderful pull-out poster, which is great. There we go. I don't know why they put posters in vinyls, because you're never going to put them up. Yeah, there we go. You got John Lennon and another picture of the cover there, which is absolutely fantastic as well. I love that. I think that's really, really cool stuff. Okay, so the prize for me is this part. They send you. So John Lennon obviously made up. John and Yoko had the city of Nutopia where they wanted to live and everybody be free, and they send you your very own passport to join Nutopia, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And there you go. You put your picture in there and your name and all the business on the back, and there's a little puzzle there, which we'll go through in a second. And it says, what does it say on there? It says Nutopia has no land, no boundaries, no passports, only people. Nutopia has no laws other than cosmic. Oh, it's great. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but it says the seal of Nutopia, and it's actually a seal. I don't know if you can get that, which I think is a brilliant, brilliant little technique they've done there. Okay, so this all ties in together. So like I said to you just now, you have the blue light where you go through the vinyl and the box set and you try and find the clues, which you then fill in on the back of the passport here. And then once you've done that, you email Nutopia.com and put it in. I don't know if you win a prize or if you get something for it, but there's definitely sort of something going on with it. And I just think it's a wonderful thing. It says height, distinguishing marks, signature of bearer, place of birth. And it's even got its own serial number. So I've got my own John Lennon serial number, which is really, really nice. And there's the puzzle at the back that you fill in as you're going along. So this is one of those box sets, which is a real sort of, oh, there you go. There's the flag Utopia before we go. That's the flag, just plain white. So this box set is a real sort of conundrum in the fact that you say it's $47.99, right? Is it worth $47.99? No vinyls are worth $47.99 because they're not that expensive to make, right? So no, they're not. But it's a lot of fun, which other box sets haven't done before. I've not seen this level of playing around with it. Like, you know, you get a blue light out and you look at stuff and you can find stuff on it all the time. And there might be bits to where they've hidden that, you know, you find it and then they've actually hidden more bits that you don't know about in there as well. So there's a lot of stuff in it and it is fun. Is it £47 worth of fun? 35 would have done me. I think that's a really nice price. The original box set as well, the other one, the ultimate box set that's got everything in it that I showed you earlier, 1,300. Would not shell out for that. Would not shell out for that at all. I think if I was going to spend that sort of money, I'd want an original John Lennon autograph in it, which you can't get for less than £2,000. But I'd want something like that in it, so I know I was getting my money's worth for it. Because at least look, this box set's 1,300 quid, but at least I've got a John Lennon autograph. I own something John's, touched, signed, has been around. That's where I think the money would need to be. Yeah, so is it worth the money? Sort of, yeah and no. Like I was saying, because it was fun, I think it's fun. Yes, it is worth the money, but it's not worth the money because it's a lot of money still. Is it my favorite John Lennon album? No, it's not. Mind Games, not Mind Games. Walls and Bridges is my favorite one. I think a Walls and Bridges box set will be really, really interesting. But that is the May Pang years, so it'll be interesting if we'll get one of those. I think the album sounds great. I really, really like the sound of it. I like the album. I like the album. Don't get me wrong. I do like it, but it's not the one. If it was John Lennon's original catalogue, it would be, the Plastic Ono Band, Imagine, Double Fantasy, and Walls and Bridges. They'll be the ones I go to all the time. They're my top favourites. Let me know in the comments what your favourite ones are as well. I'd love to know what you're listening to in the John Lennon catalogue, what you really, really like, and what track of John's you really like as well. It's a great album. If you can pick it up any cheaper down the line, definitely get a copy of it because it's great to have in your collection. I'm glad I've got it, but bit pricey, but it is a lot of fun, and that's my little review of it as well. While you're here, why not check out the rest of the channel? I've got, if you're a first-time viewer, that is, I've got reaction videos, I've got live streams, I've got interviews, and I'm doing dives into albums and such and things like this. And I love doing this stuff and talk about music all day. That's why I do this stuff. And if you're already subscribed and you're checking it out, hello, mate. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. I really appreciate you being here. If you can subscribe, the big ask, that would be absolutely incredible because then I get to talk about music all day long, which is all I just want to do in life. I just want to get up in the morning, play records and talk about it. And that would just be incredible. So if you can subscribe and help me do that, thank you so much. That'd be amazing. And if you know anyone that likes music and wants to, share the show and let people find out about it. Let me know in the comments what you think of the album. Let me know what you think of your favorite John Lennon single. Did you see John or the Beatles live? I'd love to know that as well and what that was like. Just let me know in the comments because I'd love to know. Anyway, I've been Robbie. Thanks for joining me on this quick deep dive and a live one, which I've not done in a very long time, but I thought, why not? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Love and peace. Ta-da, mate.